tonight we're just going to make another pasta dish. So tonight it's tuna pasta, really quick, again, as always. Wee bit different, maybe you've never actually thought about having tuna pasta made with a curry sauce, but that's what we're here to do tonight. So I've got the water already in my pan with a teaspoon of salt. Bring it up to the boil and put your pasta directly in. Now what I'm making tonight, you'll be able to link directly to the Orkney News recipe page, and all the different quantities that you might need will be actually on the recipe page there. So straight into the pan. I'm using about 400 grams of bows, but anything works for this. I like the bows. I'm using them tonight actually because I've not been getting them in Orkney, and oh god, we always loved this one with the bows, but hey, so penny will do, the shells, you know, whatever, they're quite good actually for holding the sauce, but tonight we're going to have bows. A quick stir around. Now for those of you, the eagle-eyed, will realise I'm not in my own kitchen tonight, so you will need to bear with me because things could go wrong. They probably will. Anyway, pot on, hopefully bring it up to the boil. Don't want it to be spilling over, so I'll just leave that for a second. Oil on. Now usually, I'm just using what was in my dad's cupboards actually, so what I would normally say to you is to buy the tuna. I would usually buy tuna that's in sunflower oil, and then I would just have drained it and put the oil straight into the frying pan. Tonight I'm just using, Kenny says not to tell you, but apparently it's crisp and dry. Not seen crisp and dry since the 70s, but hey, that's what my mum and dad use. So, heated oil. Oh goodness, where do we have a fork? Just have everything ready. So, into this now, there's a couple of variations that you can do. All the measurements will, like I say, be on the page. I'm using Mason curry powder. You get that in the Chinese supermarkets. You actually sometimes get it in like the dry food stores, you know, with the big bins and things that you can just go in. You quite often get them in that kind of shop. I got this from the Chinese supermarket. It was £1.65 and it's going to make 5 pints of curry. I mean, that's a lot of curry. So for this one, I'm using 85 grams of pre-grated curry mix. If you find that difficult to source, Dad also had this in the cupboard, so that will do perfectly well. Probably a couple of tablespoons, I'm not 100% sure of that, but like I say, it'll be on the recipe page. And that I think you get in the butchers, maybe even Tesco, but I think you can buy that in quite a lot of butchers these days. So anyway, to the oil. Whoa! Right. I'll just turn that down a bit. I'll be back and forward. Just be like at home on my walk. But we're needing about 12 minutes for this, just. So I'm hoping I can work his timer. There we go. Oh my goodness. 12 minutes, off we go. So, it really is, like I say, very quick. There's no veg or anything going into this. Obviously, that's up to you. It's a trial and error. But this one I always talk about as being like my student dish. Because once you've got the ingredients and you are breaking it down, this dish probably works out at about £1.50 to £2 for 4 people. You'll not really find things much cheaper than that. So, in with your curry powder. Just wanting to stir that around. You'll already see how it's starting to resemble just ordinary curry sauce. You're wanting to just stir that just for 1 or 2 minutes, literally just to release the oil. When I say minutes, I probably just mean seconds. But just release the oil, just to get the spices starting to cook. To this, 1 tin of cream of chicken soup. Now, if, like I often do, discover I don't actually have cream of chicken soup in the house, milk will do. Just bog standard milk. Then we're going to make it a wee bit thinner, obviously. So because I'm using the chicken soup, I'm going to just add some water to it to get the residue from the tin. So just a quick stir around, swish around. Into the pan. Half a stock cube. just chicken and vegetable, whatever. I'm not at home, so I can't use my Polish vegetable powders. But half of one should be enough. You're not wanting it to be overly salty. This is in brine. The chicken, the tuna that we're using tonight's been in brine, so it might be a wee bit salty anyway. So I would just half a stock cube at a time. You can always add to it. It's easier to add than it is to reduce the salt. So if we just stir slowly, and you can see the colour starting to come through. This won't be a dark dish. You know, it won't be dark like a Chinese curry or anything, but hopefully we have enough powder in this one. If not, I can use the packet and just add to it. Straight in with your tuna, just chunking it out. And once this comes to the boil, this is ready. So, I mean, I'm just doing it in real time, but obviously I could have had my pasta already in, and this could have been done just in a few minutes. But what I'm going to tell you about my holiday, because Kenny and I came down last week. Some of you might have heard of the H.O.O.P event. Again, just drain out your wee tin. You might as well get as much of the flavour from the tins as possible. Any tuna will do, but like I say, through choice I would use it with sunflower oil, so as you've already got that flavour. So we came down a week past Wednesday, I think it was, down on the overnight boat. It was actually a good sail, so that was a bonus. Straight to Holyrood on the Friday, and lo and behold, bowled over I was. Somebody straight away recognised us from doing these recipes. So well done truly Scottish TV, well done News Orkney. Couldn't believe it, you know, just there, and people were like, you're Helen from the telly. I was mortified. Oh my god, I was so embarrassed. Anyway, that aside, so that was the hands off our Parliament event on the Friday. So we kind of thought we were down for a holiday. Then everything happened. Clara Ponsati being the one for our arrest for extradition back to Catalonia. So we went on the Monday to the Spanish Embassy, and we stood outside the Spanish Embassy and we got some really good footage and films. We're hoping once we're up the road, can't get everything up online just now. Mum and Dad don't have the internet, but never mind. Once we get back up the road, we'll hopefully get a montage, you know, video and photos and everything put together. So we did that on Monday, and that was a really good turnout. We got some good interviews for that as well. I would say probably about 60 people on the Monday. So, like I say, absolutely super. Then, on Wednesday, court case at the High Court. Oh my word. A couple of hundred people must have turned up for that. The atmosphere was incredible. You know, I was there obviously filming for Orkney News. So I was on the opposite side of the road from everybody, and you could just feel, it was in Chambers Street, if you know Edinburgh, and that's the street where the big museum is. I used to go there as a child, and the press were all on the one side and the people were all right along the other side of the road, and they were just chanting and shouting Clara's name, and oh my goodness, it was just wonderful. So we just grabbed actually Sandra White. We got a wee interview with Sandra White, MSP, and then I managed to get in to like the press kind of scrum, you know, just pushed my way in, and at the barrier waiting for them to come out of the Sheriff Court, and I keep saying oh, but I mean it really was incredible when Clara and Amer came out. The people just went absolutely wild, chanting Clara, Clara, and then he tried to start reading her statement. Couldn't be heard. He started, and then after a minute he had to stop, and some of you might have seen some of the pictures, the two of them turned into the crowd and going shh, and of course then the peace came down and the silence came down, and what can you say? I mean, he then read out his statement and she went out in amongst the crowd, and oh, I was so chuffed that we've been down to take part in this. It was just quite incredible. People of Scotland are just wonderful for these kind of things. They come out in their droves to show solidarity, and it's just, you know, we got the wee videos and things up online. In fact, actually one of them, oh my goodness, when we're doing this, 35,000 people have seen it. We can't believe how it's just blossomed and taken off right over, and it's just, oh, it's just been fantastic. Anyway, that was our holiday. It's not really been much of a holiday, a working one, but we're hoping to get back down again in May, April, the end of April, start of May. So we need to, fingers crossed that there's maybe not too many news events for that and we'll actually get a break. This is ready. I'm going to say this is just ever so slightly thick, but what I'm going to do first is just taste it, just to make sure that I've got enough stock. So just very quickly, yeah, that needs no more salt, but it may just need a little bit of water just to thin it down. You just keep some in reserve, and I'll be getting around. My mum will be saying, "Oh, you told me you'd keep it tidy." It's not bad, it's just my mess. Now, the one thing that I haven't done, I knew there was going to be something. I don't have the colander out for draining the pasta. So I don't know, Mr. Cameraman, what you're fancying doing here. If you want me to just come behind you for a second, would that be the best way? If you move to your left, you go that way, and I'll come in the cupboard. And hopefully that is where they keep it. Oh, maybe not. Never mind, we'll just have to improvise. We are down to 4 minutes left, so I'm going to just take the chance, because I can finish cooking this in the pan. So I'm just going to drain it. No colander, so I'll try not to lose half my dinner down the sink. Now, it won't matter if you end up with a wee bit of the water left in the pan, because, as I've said before, that just becomes starch, and that'll just either, you know, thicken your sauce up again. So I'm just going to pop it straight in. Oh, cymbals, not shotguns at dawn or whatever, pistols at dawn, cymbals at dawn with me. So just get the 1 or 2 wee bits that are left in the pan out. Gosh, that's a noisy pan. It's dancing away. Stir this in, and this is entirely up to you now. You can decide this is ready. You can just let it cook again in the pan for another couple of minutes. Come back, check it. Just keep stirring every so often so it doesn't stick to the bottom. And there you have tonight's dinner, tuna pasta in, as usual, about 12 minutes. Such a lazy cook. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you.